I've made a fairly big balls up here. I've just got off the phone with my customer. I put that bloody trailer on the wrong... Yep. Hello, my Rusty. Mwah. Come out. Truck needs a damn good clean. The state of it in here. Straight. Yes. Jeez, it's cold. Righto, guys. Episode number 4. Let's go. There's a fair bit going on in here again, guys. There's 30-foot triaxle being built here. Another 30-foot triaxle being built here, which is basically done. A nice 28-foot triaxle on air suspension, which is all but complete, bar one galvanised outrigger. That's all we're waiting for, and then we can put this one through blast and paint. This one's a nice build. It's got a lot of extras on it. Cheese wedge floor, aluminium log bolsters, hydraulic drawbar suspension, you name it. That's got it. ABS brakes. And then we have our all new triaxle bale trailers with the double folding hydraulic side clamps with a twist. Not in the steel, in how they work. All will be revealed. Let's just say there's a lot of tech going into these. 6 little letters might just give it away. Here's the double folding clamp section, taking up a lot of extra workshop space that we don't usually use for welding. Oh, there's a lot of metal in this. Looks expensive. Rightio, let's get into this one. We're gonna cover a 23-foot tandem axle low loader, which has been purchased locally. Some nice custom extras on it with a rear steer, hydraulic drawbar suspension, same as the previous video. Some custom width ramps, a bit of a custom beaver tail, and a few nice little extras. So I'm going to show you both screens in front of me, run through the designs. It's currently 7 o'clock. I'm going to go in for some tea, spray boost warming up, and then I'm going to prime it tonight, top coat in the morning, because I am off on holiday on Sunday. So it'll be down to the lads to finish it, and I will get some more footage afterwards when I come back and edit this video ready for you guys. So here we go. Here she is. All the bright colours, which is sort of just showing all the different components for when I do the drawings. There's not too much detail involved with this one because I sort of had to go out and basically run through with the lads in the workshop how the little bits and pieces were going to go on. But yeah, rear steering axle. We got a custom bucket well in the back. Narrower width ramps than normal, 750mm wide. Due to the customer's swing shovel having an offset boom. So if we have our normal 900mm ramps, the gap between the two ramps will be narrower, and he reckoned he'd have to slew his dig around slightly to be able to get the boom down through. So we went slightly narrower ramps so we could keep the digger straight on the trailer basically. So no problem to do that. All the lights still fit on the same panels. We just had to narrow them down a bit and move the ram brackets. Everything along the back channel could stay the same. So all this bracing underneath was able to still be welded to the main chassis to give it all that strength. We actually lift the whole trailer up from the front, pivots on these plates, and nothing happens to them. They're strong as hell, so that's good. Yeah, I'm giving away a few little secrets about what happens underneath the checker plate flooring and a few bits, but I don't mind, is what it is. We've got some custom little drop-in pins. So if he's dragging his digger across the field, he can just drop these 4 pins in, track over the top of them, not strap the digger down. Obviously, field work, not road work. I'm not going to say too much about that, but it's fine, it's what he wanted. Hydraulic drawbar suspension, I'd say a little bit overkill, but why not? If you want it on there, you can have it. We got some custom bucket panels here with the customer's logo, and then over here we've got the chassis drawing, which we start with. I do everything on Google SketchUp. Believe it or not, I don't use SolidWorks.
Why am I going to spend 10 grand on software?
You need a designer sat in it every day, 10 hours a day, to make that worthwhile. Whereas I do all the designing and I'm still out in the workshop, so this works fine for me. I mean, we have built some pretty intensive stuff using this software, so it can be done, even though it is basic. Just gotta know what you're up to. And I am completely self-taught. So anybody wants to do this sort of thing, you can do it. It just took me 7 years to get to this point, teaching myself. But this will be good to see this one come to life, straight from the designs. Now, she's been shot blasted today. I was gonna try and get the camera out there and show some of the shot blasting, but same again, I've been too busy, haven't even thought about the camera, so we haven't worried about that bit, but I might try and do a bit of footage in the spray booth tonight, if I can. It's 6:30 now, probably take me about 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours, be early in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I do need to get on, because we've got an important meeting tomorrow afternoon with our Denmark customers. So, let's see how this goes. So this is the next one on the list.
Got sprung drawbar, got hydraulic draft rear steering axle, we've got bucket wells, tie-down points in the top bed, we've got work lights, 4 of those, twin rear strobe lights on the ramps, air hydraulic load sensing brakes, front upgraded marker lights, the Audi style.
What do you call them?
Dynamic. A full-sided toolbox on one of the sides, and extra front mud flaps, X-Works, and a spare wheel.
Nice. Rusty. Righto guys, you rejoin me in the spray booth. I've just been home and had my tea. It's now about 8:30 at night. We're gonna prime this trailer tonight, ready for top coat in the morning. Like I said earlier in the video, it's been shot blasted today, completely fully shot blasted with Australian garnet, to the point we blast absolutely every last dime, and we even only wheel it around on one axle so we can blast and paint up in the prone areas properly. I don't care what anybody says, painting around a trailer that's got all 3 axles on, suspension, everything, it is a nightmare painting in around everywhere. So the less it's on it, the better it is. Try not to blast the hangings because they've already got etch on them and primer, so what's the point in taking off decent primer? One of my lads earlier on has been around the whole thing and tiger sealed any areas that need to be sealed. We've gone over all the flat areas with a DA sander. Take you on the headboard, look, and see what I mean. So you can make out the welds where the DA sander's gone. It's just to take the real rough edge off. Sometimes you get what the painters will call holidays, which is tiny little specks of grit still stuck in the steel, which we don't want. So we take all of them out with the DA sander, because what happens is those little specks of grit over time will fall out of the paint, and then obviously you've got loads of little specks that can rust over time, and then that will completely ruin the whole spray job. So we make sure every trailer that goes out has a full DA sand where it can be. Obviously it's difficult to get in and around all these bits, but we try and get 99% of it we can. This one's got a full big toolbox in it, that's quite cool. Yeah, the rear steer section. So like I say, she's a 23 footer. We have a nice big bucket well in the back for dropping the dipper. Got a 750mm wide tracking area, and with the matching 750mm ramps. We've got some work lights going on here. So we've got 10mm bars to take all the wires. Got the hydraulic lever, some extra grip bars on the side rails just to stop the swing shovel from slipping around when it shouldn't. And that's those boxes, you know, the drop-in box pins. So we've got 4 of them in here as well, which is a nice little touch. So we've got the full-sided toolbox on the opposite side, and we've got a normal chain box here. I've just let out a little secret there that we don't make them. The bucket panel slots, they slot in there, and there's a M16 bolt in behind which just pinches them up. Got some bucket tie down points here on the headboard, the strapping points, and we got the hydraulic drawbar suspension brackets where the rams go through there and connect down to the drawbar. A camera on this one, so that's a little camera socket thing, and then that's work light socket. Normal air brake holders, all the normal stuff. Here's the rear steer axle. See, now that it's off, we can get in and around every last little nook and cranny so much easier than it being on. I know other trailer manufacturers will think, well, absolute waste of time, blah blah blah, but we're going for quality over quantity. We want this to be a 20-year investment, if not more. So I'm in like rubbish work clothes. Gonna get suited up, chuck a load of cream all over my face, or petroleum jelly so paint doesn't stick to my face. Gonna try a few different options around my eyes tonight. I've also had a shave before I've come up, so my mask will seal around my face a bit better. Yeah, so the heat has been on in the spray booth now for about 2 hours, and it's lovely and toasty in here. It's about 22 degrees. Hopefully all's going well. If it's not going well, I ain't gonna bother continuing this video. A bit of heart radio on for the evening entertainment. Look at that. That is the protection filter. And then we've got the main 3M filters in there. So I'm gonna chuck some new ones in there and we're gonna be good to go. See, my face is greasy as hell. Just stops the paint from sticking to everything, just wipe it off after. Put my head torch on, mask to go on, and we are ready to rumble. So I wear a old set of skate shoes for spraying just because they are so comfortable, and some seriously industrial knee pads. Slap them on there like so. Talk you through how we paint the headboard, because you can't just get up on the headboard because you get overspray from spraying that area, lands on there, and then obviously you can't walk on there because that gets sticky. I've been in this situation before. Painted that area and I stood up there in my socks because I didn't want to get the bits off the shoes onto there, and then my socks got stuck to the top and I was in a right old mess. Yeah, I had like 2 socks stuck on there with all the fabric and absolute nightmare. So we're going to put on here a 2K epoxy primer at number 10 on our stick on the paint. So we now need to go to number 10 with the epoxy hardener. That's that one empty. So we're at 10 on the stick with the hardener, and I'm just going to put about 5% thinners in there, maybe just a little bit less. That little bit of thinners just helps me get that through the spray gun. Old trusty Milwaukee. I don't think we'll quite get round the whole trailer with this bit, but this will do for the moment because this will see me for the next few hours, and if I mix up any more, it'll probably go hard in the tin. See the state the pump even gets into. I have to put petroleum jelly on the dials just to be able to read it, but it just gets absolutely covered in paint. 2 big fan filters in there, one in there and one in there. Looks like I've got the settings pretty good, so I'm going to crank the tunes up and get this one painted. We will see you in a mo. I have finished, finally. I haven't had a very good evening. I've had nozzles blocking, tips blocking, filters blocking, temperatures cold, so it's just recipe for disaster. Just clean the pump out now, give everything a good clean off, clean my face off. Tiny little needle pinprick hole in the Graco guns. Any tiny little particle will block it up. It's currently 20 to 1 in the morning. So I'm going to be back up at the factory about 9 o'clock in the morning. Just got to let one of the lads know there's something missing underneath, so they need to get the welder in, weld that back on before I put top coat on, because that little part needs to be primered before I hit it with a top coat. It's one of those things, happens, can't odds it. Looks good. Actually, the primer has covered very well this evening. No runs on the headboard. Ideal. Usually when you're trying to spray in and around all these bits, you're usually bound to get a run somewhere, but it's actually pretty good. Because by the time you paint there, you've hit there probably 3 times, and then paint back there, and you've hit that again another 2 times. So you just keep building up one area. You're bound to get a problem, but it's actually pretty good. I'm no painter by all means. I've had to learn by doing fast. But I do quite enjoy the painting side. It's just quite time consuming, and I haven't got that much time on my hands to do it. That's why I'm doing it in the evening, so it's ready for next day, if that makes sense. Rock and roll, that is me done for tonight. I am keen to get out of here now. I need to go and turn the air compressor off. Go and get this paint off my face, get home, have a shower, get a few hours sleep, and then get back up here for tomorrow to get that top coat on. So we will catch you in the morning. Over and out. 7.5 bar. Turn him off. We're good to go. Good night, compressor. It's the next day. Primer is set. It's all looking good. So we are gonna crack on and get what I call Grizzly Grey on the trailer. Got about 4 to 5 hours now of painting, and I've got a meeting at 4:30. It's now currently 11 o'clock in the morning, so I've got to really push on and get that done, go home and have a shower, and be ready for the meeting at 4:30. So, I ain't gonna film too much, just gonna get on. Ah yes. God, that's needed. Completed the task at hand. Grey the trailer out. Got a few runs in it, but nothing that I can sort out or live with. Here an axle. See what I mean? You can just get in around and paint every last little nook and cranny so much better with it off. Much better job. Spray gun just being cleaned out in the spray gun cabinet. Nice shine on her. Look at that. That's the job. Bucket well looking well at the back. Toolbox has actually got a fairly good finish on it. Usually those sort of areas you end up with a lot of overspray sat in around, but actually looks alright. I got a little run on the chassis up there, but I think that's actually the primer from last night. Get that gun cleaned out, finish me Red Bull, and clean my face off. Got an important meeting with my Danish customers at 4:30, so that'll be cool to meet them. Next time you see this thing, it will be pretty much fitted out, I'd imagine, because I'm off on Sunday on holiday. I won't be back for 2 weeks, or 10 days, and we will see the progress. This is the tiny little filter which takes all the particles out. Give them a proper wash off. Got a handy little jet here. You can put the filter on. And a little thinner's brush. We will speak to you in 2 weeks' time. Rock and roll. So we are back from my honeymoon. Bit rusty up. She's sitting on a little perch here, ready to go. We're going to go up to the factory for the first time and see this trailer, see how it's come on. I've had a few updates while I've been away. It's looking very good. I'm quite excited to see it. Me and Ali have been to Barbados for 10 days. Very nice. Quite a bit of rain. Yeah, quite a bit of rain in Barbados. Strange, but it was pretty cool as well to experience that, because you had like 20 minutes of really heavy rain and then it would go back to 31 degrees. So yeah, right, we are at factory. Let's go see how she looks. Oh wow. Huh. That looks very, very cool. Ha! Are you ready? I've just got off the phone with my customer. I put that bloody trailer on the wrong tyres. He wanted road pattern, not the block pattern style. So quickly got on the phone to Kirkby's. We have ordered another 5. So we've ordered 5 more road pattern tyres on rims and 1 more block pattern tyre to make up 6 for the next trailer. Here they are. So that's the pattern they're meant to go on. We've put them on the block pattern. Now we'll have a set of 6 of this style ready for the next trailer to come through, and 5 for the tandem axle because there's a spare wheel. Happens. Look at this. That is looking nice. Ooh. Oh, look at this. That looks smart. And it's got the raptored textured paint finish. Unhook that, lower it down. Oh, look at that. That is a nice bit of storage. The customer for this trailer come in, saw another trailer with this on while it's being fitted out and said, I want that. Didn't originally have this, we had to end up cutting more out, add stuff on. Yeah, but this is cool. This is very cool. I like this a lot. 1/2-inch taps there just to put on the hydraulics drawbar suspension pipes to turn it into a closed circuit system. Track bump stops. So they're fair ways in, and then you can spin them round and you can take up a bit of slack, another 80 mil. Drop them back in with one hand, heavy enough, galvanised as well. You can take up another 80 mil of slack that way. Pretty handy. Oh, did you just smack your chin? New ramp control plate, lasered out. My OCD got to me, and on the last ones we had some capital letters and some lowercase letters, and it all looked a little bit shoddy. And this time we've got the bottom text cut out as well, rather than it being etched. Some red chevron tape behind there. That will all glow at night. Got the nice UTV work lights. We've got 4 of these. We've got 2 behind the mud flaps and some up on the ramps. We've also got a camera on here as well. Remember I mentioned about the 750mm wide loading area? We've got the 750 wide matching ramps, which I explained in the drawings at the start in this video. Remember that? Couple heavy duty chain and down points, 4 of these. 13 tonner should sit in between here. Nice grip sections on the side rail. We've also got chain and down bars on the side rail with ratchet strap points, ratchet points, chain points, a nice big heavy duty bar, more ratchet points, more ratchet points, another heavy duty bar for chaining, and then another heavy duty bar here for chaining with ratchet points, obviously. All the chaining down you'll ever need. We haven't put any bars up this sort of end, we've just put the hooks on. And then still got the stairway ladder there. Use the bucket panel to climb up. Nice! Bucket tie down points in the headboard. If anybody knows about this raptored paint, or this raptor paint finish, it's like a truck bed liner. It's very, very durable. Hop in then. Yeah, I thought you might do that. Close you in. Good girl. See you later. Ooh. Loads of storage. Loads of storage. Chuck shovels. Chuck all sorts in there. Right. Rusty out. Well done. Very neat. Ooh. Camera port. So Martin Hicks is our customer for this trailer. He's nice and local, and I think this is a bit of a long-standing joke which he's got with one of his customers, Hicks Ground Fix. So when he turns up to a job with this, he's going to look a bit more professional, I would say. One of our first customers to have these had this same digger cut into it, and we just changed the letter in here. Put the orange behind, it looks a bit like a sunset, and all the white sort of shines up behind the digger details and the lettering. Little toolbox, camera cable. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. While we're here, we probably ought to just mention the potato box trailers. This is number 3. Let me know if you want me to do a full walk around video on this, because I could do it with number 4. It is built, it's outside, but we've got to put it through blast and paint, so I could start the video from there and how we mount everything to it. ABS, arms, rams, air kit, all the pipe work, tanks, toolboxes, suspension, hydraulics, you name it. I could go through the whole lot. Pretty cool video. I just don't want to give too much away, but we may have to. Looks like it's stood on that, doesn't it? It's not, it's on trestles. And look, the dogs are there. You're everywhere, Rusty, aren't you? You're just everywhere. If you want to see that, get in the comments. That's it. Remember guys, like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll give me more incentive to push the channel and do some more of these types of videos. I'm going to get back in the warm. And we will see you on the next one. Cheerio. Now, anybody's for a Johnny's ring? What is it, Rust? Are you excited? Are you excited? Ooh.